Hello friends, and welcome to my channel, Joy to the World. I am Melissa Joy, here to do a wake up, a shake up. It is the lucky number. It is the grand jackpot, the 707 on the 7. And this is a time capsule, friends. This is a time to get you out of this divided mind of having to live in the solar and the lunar. How about you be your whole self? How about you be delivered from that curse, from that cycle, from the never ending of those areas in your life that feel like they haven't moved forward, but yet your dreams and desires didn't stop there, and you try and shove them down, push them away, alter them, change them, whatever else, but yet it just keeps popping up like toaster. You're like, who put that toast in there? Or maybe you're the one playing whack-a-mole on your own soul. I'm like, let's find a different way to live, friend, okay? Let's get in tune and sequence with who we are and embrace it. Now that's a lot of funky words, but what they were saying is you are greater than you know. Now there's a sense that you know, but you don't know that you know. That's why that thing keeps popping up like, oh, I wanted this, I feel about this. And then it's things don't seem to go right because maybe you're just taking a little stab at it, or you're giving a half-hearted effort, or you only know it in parts. You're just kind of humping along on one leg, that type of thing. Oh, pardon if that wind is so strong, y'all. I'll try and block it a little bit. But anyways, that's the diminished returns. Is there isn't that full connection. So it might be a bit of Gemini where they're saying take a few minutes in the dark, which means with yourself, beyond the languages, the thinking words in the mind, because that's like having to eat more food instead of planning a menu. Do you see what I mean? Let the inspiration, let the spark, let the sensory food of the mind begin to come in and take hold. And with that, that's the bit of hedgehog energy going on in here. Hedgehog is showing up like putting the seed down into the ground, and that seed is inside of you. And you see it's light, it's beyond words, it's beyond the noise. Because that's what words do end up becoming. And we are in a world that is full of them right now. They're like, oh, speak your piece. Oh, get yourself heard. Oh, demand your rights. Oh, you make them listen to you. Oh, get on the same page and all this. And you're just like efforting and futility, because when we try and deal with another human being before we're even fully set into who we are, it can be friction, it can be loose and gaggly. They want us to just get into the structure of who we are and find out what is there. That begins to create this open space in the lungs or in the side body, so that we move out of the limitations of space and time. We move out of the limitations of systems. But when we deal with humans or people who commonly deal with world experiences, as most of us do, and that maybe aren't as in tune with themselves, it'll shrink it back, it'll pull the wings in, and it'll bring this energy back into just a flat, level playing field. But you want to be in the realm, these are like chariot wheels coming here, a dynamic to take you up, out, and through, to Wonka Bay, to get you into that place of satisfaction that is actually inside of you, to get you into yourself. Why? Because we are supposed to be self-centered. You need a self to center it, and you have a self up in there. Oh, why are you picking these? Unicorn. And this isn't just one magical kingdom, it's all the kingdoms. And this incoming knowledge, it's not just what's washing down, this is perpetual. This is like that delight, that energy coming on through for you, is what they're saying on 777. Tune into your delight, not just the fruit, it's the waters, it's that imagination, it's that consciousness that goes beyond words. You ever, like we talk about premeditating at the channel, like get yourself in there, and just when you stop for a minute, let me block that wind, y'all, just sit there and get yourself ready however you meditate. I don't know what it is, or even if you meditate while you're doing dishes, and just start going, oh, huh, well, yeah, and watch what happens. You know, because we don't script those in, those show up from us, right? So if that's coming from your true self, get in a little bit of that. Start chewing the bubble gum. Add the moisture to it, add the waters to the juicy fruit. Because you're the fruit, and you spring it up, oh well. And this is the tactility. This is the ideas. This is the accomplishments and success. I'm not talking about for the world. I'm talking about how good the earth feels beneath your feet. It feels good to have that support, because it keeps you from bottoming out, getting loose, and like lagging behind, getting that depressed, suppressed, smushy, slothy, squishy energy. Not the comfort. It's the discomfort. Ah, the dis. I gotcha. But look at how the water starts to flow in all directions. They're talking about houses and land and strong family connections. And you're like, family? Psst. I'm talking about that community of heart, where it's not like you feel like you have to like upgrade yourself and talk in a certain way or get on these subjects or try and catch up or catch on or figure where you can interject. And also not the ones where you have to get down low and be like, yeah, It's no longer these personalities and situations of the world. We're getting into your virtue. Virtue? You're like, virtue, Joy. What is that word? It's that purity of heart. We're talking Fort Knox. It's the place where they make the gold bars and they store the gold bars, except the name isn't called Fort Knox. It's called Fort U. Not Fork U. Fort U. It is your place, your savings, your security. That's what we're talking about here, because that security apparently seems to make you well. And out of that wellness is the flow. The flow is through you. It's through that rhythm in your heart where your body isn't aching and things don't feel disjointed or conflicted anymore. You're like, bring it on, Joy. Bring it on. Because you were tired of having this thing, this tug of war, things working in opposition to each other just in order to have some glory. Because this seems to be, it was a bit of glory that's coming from other people's oohs and ahs about you. That's why they say start with yourself. Get to your point of origin. I mean, babies come in just making sounds, cooing and cawing. Some of it might even be crying. Get your crying self on if you need to and be like, what is happening? But mean it. When you say it, speak it. Speak it from your heart. That way you'll receive the answer. Because the reason you speak it from your heart is because when your heart opens, it is safe for life to come. Life will never cross your lines. All right? Those are other energies. Life has the key, but still knocks at your door. It's like, you can stay a virgin. I'm not pushing anything on you. When you're ready, you will come and we will commingle together and we will share our ideas. All right? And you're like, let's get into some of that. Well, let's get into it lickety quick. Lickety quick. There's been more of that lagging energy, y'all. But there's potency there. But it's you. It's not the things outside of you that are bringing you pleasure, because that's what the unicorn is showing. It's not so much the fruit. It's tending to your root. Knowing where you come from, who you are, and why you're here. Not why, like purpose. What lights you up inside? What gets you juicy and delicious? Why has your life not had any, wow, yeah, oh my gosh, I don't know. Did you see that? We've lost a lot of that. We temper it down and tame it down to look calm, cool, and collected. I don't know what crowd that's in, but no, that's not me. I like to gather myself so that they come with this trill and this thrill. So not only do I hear it, but I feel it move through my body. And people can call it a sixth sense that people have who can tune into this stuff. It's just that we're actually listening to our senses speak to each other and get in tune with what they are saying. And then convert that into language, right? Just like vibration converts into color to our eyes. We're not sitting there looking at the sky going, blue, be blue, be blue. No, your brain is like, blue. The association, the involuntary processes are already there. But there's been some ripples, some crinkles, some Humpty Dumpty, some breakups, some earth-shattering situations. Barren, dry, maybe even cursing and having ripped up the garden or ignored the garden or banned the garden or poisoned the garden. You're like, let's get back to it. Because the beauty is your earth is healing. Your tissues are healing. That means no more issues, friend. You're not a problem. You are a solution, and beyond the problem and the solution. You're here as a sensational being to experience it. That's what makes you so valuable, is your point of view. It ought to be called our point of value. Because what we value, what delights you, what lights you up, what causes you freedom. Like I feel like, wee, when I'm on a bicycle, I'm like, do, 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 do. I feel this freedom blowing in my hair because as a child, that's the first strong sense of freedom for me. And it still lives on today. And when you begin to do that and experience it and feed it and live in it, which is personal, not the convincing of others to come along, because that doesn't make you feel more the whiz and the going on inside of you. It might even diminish some of the noticing of it, the partaking of it. Having the cup filled, but never drinking, they're wanting you to drink. So even in the presence of others, stay in that mind and yourself and continue to experience it without editing. without editing your pleasure in front of others. And that doesn't mean over exaggerating it either. It's just when it comes, let it have a voice. If it needs to have a voice, let it be the feet kicking off the pedals. Let it be some freedom dance, even in the grocery store parking lot, because you just see somebody else who's riding on the grocery cart like you usually do, and you like, woo, woo, celebrate you. You see what I mean? And then the joy becomes never ending. It becomes multifaceted. It begins to sparkle and radiate out in all areas of your life, and it fascinates your Ruby. You know what I'm saying? It takes this raw stone that has beauty and it has light and it has potential, and it begins to create these planes of existence, these experiences that shape who you are, that amplify who you are, that causes the light to take on its own life and its own fire. I am excited about that. And you're like, this is okay, so just open my heart up. Yeah, because you're not really sharing it with others around you. This is you sharing yourself with nature, with your environment around you, with that experience that you're having, because the experience has its own life. And when you have that, it feeds it and it causes you to desire it even more. We were actually set up to have this system of building desire and this release of desire and this connection of desire, that as we enjoy things, it builds a stronger imprint of it in our life to think, yeah, let me go to that. Because if you understand trauma, difficulty, gossip, low-end talking or living or whatever else, the first thing it does is kills your joy. And one day you'll wake up looking for it. But how about you let this little conversation kind of prompt you, not provoke you, just a tap, tap, tap to, hey, where is my joy? Where did my yum go? I mean, eat you an open-faced sandwich that's so delicious and bubbly with cheese or whatever else that you like, and smell it while you're biting it and chewing it, and just let your brain enjoy that experience. So many of our experiences today are encumbered by other things, like eating while you're driving, turning on the TV while you eat, to have a partner there or a connection there, or eating with other people. And I'm just using food as an example, y'all. But you can have and do all of that, but be present in your senses. Let your senses light up and notice their delight. And that will cascade into your entire existence. We could talk business ideas, financial success, opportunities that were undreamt of that came to you and lit you up. Okay, that's life spontaneity, leaning in to love you with the love you're showing yourself. So love your life and watch it begin to happen. All right, remember, I love you. Hey, talk to me down below. Maybe even give me a thumbs up and join this channel. I'd love to have you here. All right, bye.